I'm saxophonist Darius, and I'm here talking about DW3. I first heard about DW3 about 12 years ago, and I came here to California. I grew up in Tampa, Florida, and I was performing at Spaghettini's, and everybody was telling me about this amazing band that was performing at Spaghettini, DW3, so I was so excited to hear them, and when I finally got to hear them, it was everything that I thought it would be and more. I mean, they're a phenomenal, phenomenal band. I think DW3 is really as good as it gets. I mean, I've had the opportunity to perform and tour worldwide with Prince, Mary J. Blige, Jamie Foxx, David Foster, tour worldwide with incredible musicians, and with all of my experiences, I think DW3 stacks up with the best of them. I mean, not only are they great musicians, but they're great guys. They're like brothers, and it's family to me. So just to be on stage with them, there's just a natural chemistry that they have that you don't see anywhere else. It's nothing that you can just put together, it's natural. And I think that's what makes DW3 special. They're one of a kind. DW3's vocal ability is really second to none. I mean, their vocal blend is just impeccable. I mean, you go to the studio to try to get that balance and blend, and you record over and over and over, but they do it just naturally with one take. And it's really amazing just to hear them sing together because it sounds like one voice. And when you see that there's three guys actually singing, you know that it's something special that's happening because that's not normal, just the way they sing seamlessly together. One thing I'd love to say to the world about DW3, if you haven't had the opportunity to hear them, make sure you do that. Doesn't matter where they are, they travel worldwide, and this is a band that you don't want to miss. They're playing the greatest top hits, and they write their own incredible music. So it's definitely one of the best bands I've had the opportunity to not only see, but perform with. And I encourage each and every single one of you to come and see these guys perform, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Well, I come from a musical household. My dad plays the bass, my mom sings and plays the piano, my younger sister sings, my older brother plays the drums. My dad's from Haiti, my mom is from Jamaica. So we grew up listening to all kinds of music growing up around the house. Listen to R&B, pop, hip-hop, rock, Stevie Wonder, Al Green, Marvin Gaye, Earth, Wind & Fire, Miles Davis, John Coltrane, David Sanborn, and I just had a love and passion for music just growing up because that's what I was used to. But it wasn't until I was about 9 years old I saw this saxophonist play at my church. And I completely fell in love with the saxophone, the soul, the emotion, the expressiveness. It was almost like a human voice. And that's what really drew me to the saxophone in particular. And after church, I told my parents I wanted to play the saxophone because I wanted to be able to do what that guy was doing on stage, just to make people feel something without even saying a single word. The saxophone has a way of speaking to the soul, and it spoke to me that day, and I knew that that was my calling. So that's how it all started for me. I've been blessed. I've had so many incredible experiences as a kid and even as a professional saxophonist. I performed at the Montreux Jazz Festival in Switzerland when I was 11 years old. I was in this band called America's Youngest Jazz Band. We traveled all around the world. And I was in a foreign country in Switzerland in front of thousands of people as an 11-year-old kid. And that was kind of the defining moment for me when I knew that I wanted to play music for the rest of my life, because there was something about being on stage in front of thousands of people, and none of those people even spoke English, but just to see how we were connecting with them, to see them dancing and smiling and clapping because of what we were making them feel with our instruments, that's when I knew that music was so much bigger than myself, and it was about truly being in a moment and just connecting with people on so many different levels. That's when I knew that this is what I wanted to do. So that was one of the defining moments for me. And over the years, there have been tons and tons of incredible experiences. One of the moments that's come to mind is performing with Prince. The opportunity to perform with him in Vegas when he was doing his stint at the Rio 3121. And I got on stage with him, and it was truly a life-changing moment just to be on stage with this icon, this legend, this musical genius. Just to be around him, the way he conducts himself, the passion that he has for music. And it was just an awe-inspiring experience, and just to see how he works and how he connects with people. He was truly one of a kind, and there's never going to be another Prince. And I was definitely blessed to have the opportunity to be on stage with him. I currently reside in California, Los Angeles, and I'm currently working on a new album. This will be my 7th album. My last album came out in 2014 called Retro Forward. And aside from the new album, I'm on tour. We're on the road 24/7, performing worldwide. You can go to my website, ericdarius.com, to see my full tour schedule. But I'm very, very excited about this new project that's in the works, and I can't wait for everybody to hear it. This is a Cannonball saxophone, and I'm a Cannonball endorsee and have been for about 8 years. And I first heard their saxophones about 10 years ago. Gerald Albright's one of their flagship endorsers. And Gerald spoke very highly of the saxophone, so I finally had the opportunity to play it when I was at this music convention called the NAMM Show in Anaheim. And I fell in love with the saxophone because it wasn't just the physical beauty of the instrument or the craftsmanship, but the sound. And that's one of the things that I look for in a saxophone is the sound. It has the biggest sound I've ever heard on a saxophone. And I think it makes me sound that much better. You know, it's truly a machine, and just having one of these in my hands takes my playing to a whole nother level. So I proudly endorse Cannonball saxophones, and I love those instruments. One of the things I'd encourage younger people to do is always follow your dreams. There's always going to be ups and downs. There's always going to be people that tell you no, and there's going to be people that tell you that you're not good enough. But if you stay focused on what it is that you love and you pursue that 110%, you can do anything you want to do. You can go as far as you want to go. I was one of those kids that had a love for music, but I realized that it was going to take a lot of hard work for me to get to where I wanted to go. And it's really about patience, persistence, perseverance, and just preparation and practice. Just constantly working hard, never giving up, and staying focused on exactly what it is that you want and going for it. Because you only get one shot, and you always have to have your best foot forward. So if you do all of those things, then you can succeed and go anywhere you want to go. I'm Eric Darius, and I love to connect with each and every single one of you. So please be sure to check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Eric Darius Band. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram under Eric Darius. It's ERICDARIUS. Last but not least, you go to my website, which is www.ericdarius.com to see what's new, see where I'm performing, check out my music, and I look forward to seeing all of you soon.